There are those that just want to be left alone, and those that just won't leave them alone. Which one are you? The Ernest Hancock Show.
Okay, we're back. I got, a bunch of little stories that I just wanted to do. We're going to run through them real quick so that you just kind of get an idea. But, I tell you, you want to know this stuff, you just go to Freedom's Phoenix, freedomsphoenix.com, freedom with an S, freedomsphoenix.com. Now, let me go ahead and go through these real quick so that you can see just some of the stuff. All right. Here we have White House drafts executive order for indefinite detention. Because they can. And we go on, I could detail on and on. I mean, this is coming. How much do we got to spend on that? Now, and some of the stuff that we were talking about before with nanotubes and so on, if you know anything about materials, this is replacing everything. Here we have nanotech makes single molecule glow, showing new promise for tiny optoelectronics. Okay, now think about what this does. You have a single nanotube, nano, really small, and you have a break in it. Between it, you run an electrical current. You can make it glow. Single molecules glow. Let me tell you, you think about it. What does that mean? Man, you want to talk about high-def television? Man, your pixels are the size of molecules? And I'm talking, major 3D. And the energy used there's almost no resistance. I don't think there's any resistance on these nanotubes conducting electricity. That means no heat. That means you don't have copper wires and so on. 170% increase in copper, that might just go to nothing. Maybe we'll be using it in pennies. Yeah, I start using currency again. So here we have the Uber, big-time HD TV using nanotubes. Yep, just so you know. Then we have in-store signs are getting smart. Now, remember in the movie Minority Report that you're walking by and they're just, blipping your eye, you're identifying your iris or your retina or whatever, and they're going, hi, Mr. Would you like some jeans for it? And you go to the next sign. Oh, we got this great deal for you. Oh, it's just like you're on eBay or Google or something. They're taking all this data, all your purchasing data. They're doing it now. All they got to do is get biometrics, and they just do it with your face. You walk up to a sign, and it starts showing. It say, you're a heavy-set guy. They go, oh, yeah, we got big and tall right over here. And this is coming now. It's not later. It's in malls right now. You see the picture here. It's a woman getting on, coming off an escalator, and there's a sign. Ooh, man, if they got it now, what are they going to have? Now, here's another great article. Cell-seeded sutures to repair the heart. Now, what they're talking about, I'll just read this quick paragraph. Over the last decade, scientists have experimented with using stem cells to heal or replace the scarred tissue that mars the heart after a heart attack. While the cells do spur some level of repair in animals, human tests have resulted in modest or transient benefits at best. Now researchers have developed a new kind of biological sutures made from polymer strands infused with stem cells that might help surmount two major obstacles to using stem cells to heal the heart: getting the cells to the right spot and keeping them there long enough to trigger the healing. This means that you can do your own stem cells or whatever stem cells they get. They put them in to whatever, little plastic sheeting or nanotubes or whatever they want into a certain area, damaged liver, pancreas, even heart muscle, and all of a sudden you're regenerating. Okay, something to look forward to. Now, and I want to go over here, and this applies to this. Now, here we have Google Body. What they're doing is they are able now to have an entire Google app that is able to go through, and you can see every part of your body in layers. You can do the circulatory system, intestines, nervous system, bone structure, the relations between. You can look up different stuff. I'm just scanning through here. And what happens if you can, because I went through, when I had my shoulder injury, I couldn't really understand what was going on. They just did x-rays. When it wasn't until I went to an expert. He's, does a lot of sports stuff and professional athletes and so on. And he was able to show me exactly what the problem was and where using 3D. some graphics like this. And I understand. I go, yep, when I do this, or I go a certain way, or I throw a banana peel over my shoulder behind, all of a sudden it pops out. I couldn't understand what was going on and how damaged, the joint was, how much more time I had. Could we rebuild it? Blah, blah, blah. So I got a couple of titanium screws in there, and they did, whatever, and fixed, and a little bone chip and whatever, and I'm healed. And it's rewired to where it can't come out of socket now. So, it's all good. This is what happens when we have WebMD. You're going to get off grid, you want to be independent. A lot of times if you have this kind of technology, you don't need to go to a doctor. Heck, a lot of times, now with the material and the information available to us, we know more about our bodies and what's going on, than they did 10 years ago. Hopefully they're making use of this. You got some older doctors, they don't know what the heck's going on. So here we have the ability to really be able to get independent of the medical system, and you don't like that none too much neither. Now we have satellites. That's why we're so excited about this privatization of space. We're going to be able to put up our own communication satellites. So here, what do we have? Here's the article. Help buy a satellite from a bankrupt telecom to beam free web to the developing world. Yeah, it's always about the developing world. Yeah, at least that's the idea. A philanthropic group called humanright.org, Universal Internet, is that a human right? has launched a site called Buy This Satellite that aims to raise $150,000 to bid for a TerraStar 1, a school bus-sized satellite launched in 2008. TerraStar 1 is currently in orbital limbo, so to speak, after its owner filed for bankruptcy. The group will also invest in the development of an open-source, low-cost modem for use in the developing world. What about Freedom's Phoenix? For $150,000, I get my own open band satellite, bypass the system. You see my point? We're so, of course they're going to, put it, oh yeah, we're just, for the children, poor children in Africa. I'm going, yeah. How about we just do it for us to bypass the man? Well, of course they're not going to say that, but that's what's going on. So I'm going, okay, just FYI. Here we have Obama. The U.S. announces yet more Iran sanctions. This is just amping up. They want to go to war with Iran in the worst way. Whenever they put these sanctions up and they do all this kind of, Iran has been going, okay, we'll do that. Okay, we'll do that too. Okay, you can come look at this. Okay. And they go, well, we got more sanctions. They want them to fail. They want them to be in violation. They want them, and Iran's playing this, man. They're going, okay, we'll do that. Oh, so keep an eye on that. Now we have, here's one, there is poison in the tap water. They're talking about fluoride and other chemicals that are building up in the tap water. As they recycle the water, certainly like here in Arizona, what happens is it's got all kinds of pharmaceuticals in it. It just keeps getting, amped up, more waste coming out of the humans, taking all this stuff. It's just, it's becoming, stupid pills. So that's what they're finding out. Fluoride in water linked to lower IQ in children. I bet it's more than just a fluoride. It's all this other crap they're putting in there. So that's going to start becoming an issue, okay? Now we have the feds seek to implement unconstitutional power grab. This is what's going on. I explain this. When I have progressives on, a lot of times I have Brad Freeman from, bradblog.com, talk about elections and so on, and he subs for Mike Malloy a lot, the progressive talk show host. So he and I have interesting conversations. We have some overlapping interests. But his thing, he always wants to put up, yeah, you freedom-fighting, patriot, libertarian types, Obama's not going to take your guns. I mean, they made a big deal out of this in the first year. He's not taking, you're just crazy. He has nothing to do with guns. Don't want to take nothing to do with guns. Well, what's happening with Jan Napolitano, Eric Holder, Attorney General, and Obama and these guys they're starting to, with the domestic terrorist is who? It's us. They're going, the extremism. It's not, it's people here at home. They're starting to do interviews with this. It's on ABC. They're going, our greatest threat to Homeland Security is Americans. Americans that won't just sit down and shut up and take their central planning. Just like that guy, the Captain's America. Remember that guy? He's talking about Afghanistan. He's going, if those people just shut up and sit down, we build Marood. Well, that's what's going on here. So we go, all right, well, what are they doing? Well, they're starting to do, anytime you go out and buy the sale of 2 or more semi-automatic rifles, you have to get permission from the government. They're going to have the dealers got to track all this stuff. Oh, here it comes. Obama prepares executive order for indefinite detention. Yeah, what'd you think was going to happen? Housing values. Housing values fall by 30%, but property taxes keep going up, and it's going to get worse. And we were talking about Bank of America registers BrianMoynihanBlows.com and BrianMoynihanSucks.com. Bank of America has taken out their own websites against their CEO to try and control when WikiLeaks comes out on these guys. Yep, we're a terror threat. And WikiLeaks, go to just do a Google search on WikiLeaks because they got a full mirror site up and running right now. Well, it's there now. It may not be there later. So if there's some goodies you want to go get, check out, download, put on a DVD on your server, go get it now. It's available now. See you tomorrow.